Chris! Chris! Please rob me. Don't tell me you forgot the gas, girl boss. You know what time it is. It's scandal night, scandal night, scandal night, scandal night.
The Palisades fire. Homes are destroyed.
Alright, I didn't know it was this bad.
Thousands of people remain under evacuation orders. Clogged roads.
Quick, damage control.
Their cars and
We would like to apologize for our ignorance at this time. The following contains serious subject matter, and we will do our best to honor those who's— Hey, you know what? We just had Valentine's Day. Let's do romance. Specifically, the one everyone's been talking about, based on Colleen Hoover's novel.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
Not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Why would you say that? What's wrong with her? Is Blake Lively a B word? No, wait. Blake Lively and Gonzo, if you'd wish to be a real boy, director Justin Baldoni, have been arguing over allegations of inappropriate conduct and on-set harassment for the film It Ends With Us. Based on Colleen Hoover's novel of the same name, the story focuses on one woman's decision to break free from domestic violence and generational trauma.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you...
Yeah, working in digital.
Everyone wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
But I feel like the women get the conversation, but it's like...
Yeah.
What was the decision behind just some of the clothes?
Yeah.
Method acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, your clothes are pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, wardrobe is the way that I enter a character.
I felt like, Lily's wardrobe was really, really important to me. That it was like, it was both utility and fabulous. And her wardrobe.
Why is she talking? Is she actually a C word? Generational trauma and— I'm sorry, it's just so hard to stay focused. Because these two keep putzing around in the news, monopolizing timelines and feeding families with drama. So of course it's gonna take away from the movie. It's everywhere, which is a shame. Because I'd argue it's a pretty good adaptation. Here, let me show you. And by the way, this does touch on serious topics like domestic violence, so be warned. The film begins with our heroine, who's returning home for her father's funeral. Though, due to knowing his true nature as an abuser, she's unable to participate in the mourning, and in a vulnerable state, she finds herself on this roof because, plot twist, the hottest man alive is about to burst onto the scene and—
It was a chair, wasn't it?
Yes.
You know what? In honor of your earlier work, I'm upgrading you to a live-action Big Mouth character because— oh my god. Oh, he looks so much better here. Not even Chris's sweat could put out this flaming hot—
We are seeing for the first time the frightening crash landing of
anyways,
the flight that rolled and ended up—
Through some Wattpad dialogue, we learn the names of both of our lead characters.
Your name is Lily Bloom.
Yes.
And he turns out to be a neurosurgeon named—
Ryle.
What?
Kincaid.
Just made that up just now.
And lucky for us ladies, he wants us. Aggressively.
Didn't say
I
anything.
want to have sex with you. Sorry.
Fun fact, she actually didn't know they were filming here, which explains the lawsuits. But unfortunately, the time comes for them to part ways.
I'll see you around.
Will you?
No.
It's good to see you.
We meet again.
happened? Basically, while trying to turn her Pinterest into a business, who knows where she got the money, she's accosted by this woman.
With my face says it all. I just hate flowers.
That's what I'm trying to do here, so.
That's beautiful. If that's what you're doing, yeah, sign me up. Wonderful.
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah. Bye.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Every romance novel needs a girl best friend, and suddenly they work together.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This is my husband, Marshall. That's my brother, Ryle.
We shared each other's naked.
Ew.
That's what we're calling it these days.
Dude, I hate Hassan Minaj. It's not relevant right now, but I should have been like, oh, but instead I'm focused on— Honestly, I almost turned the movie off here, and I would have if not for the scenes with this girl.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the clothes, my dad's clothes, they make you kind of look like Ned Flanders a little.
Thank God they didn't try the crazy makeup or CGI look, because that always works. But someone like this is essential in a movie where both leads basically play themselves. Baldoni bringing the intensity of a house-trained mannequin.
I wear a lot of hats and I carry a lot because I love what I do. I love the company I built, the brand that we've built.
And Lively brings her snark and dry humor.
For people who relate to the topics of this movie, they're really going to want to talk to you. How would you recommend they go about it?
Location share? Or I could just location share you and then we could,
I'm sure you can guess now why she's under fire. Dry doesn't always take heat well. Oh, talking about dry heat, I kind of expected some tragic news about a blazing mess.
Dad!
I don't want to talk about this.
Making this stuff.
But this is why it's important you have someone like this. It makes you feel like these are actually characters that they're playing, not just vehicles for the actors to cosplay. Her killer Lily impression sells the whole thing, which is good because
Your clothes gonna make you look like a carrot.
a fellow domestic abuse survivor, her first love gets reintroduced as... Huh?
Hatless.
I'd also be expecting him to wear a hat, given that 20 years ago he was balding, right? Oh no, Atlas, another real name. Lily and Ryle are now in a love triangle. Poor Ryle. He just managed to win Lily over with his subtle charm.
Can I just kiss you?
Oh,
You just shut up for
like-
1 second. Date me.
What?
Let me say that if you're looking for nothing from him, that's a great option. Beautiful. If that's what you're doing, yeah, sign me up. Wonderful.
However, despite getting maxed out to a Joe Jonas wet dream, his sheer intensity starts to create a rift between him and Lily.
3, you guys have a sibling?
Yeah. And he died.
Well, that's awkward. Cut to later, while preparing for some big doctor stuff.
Flagina.
Ryle's romancing goes astray when he puts on too much of a smoke show.
You're gonna stick your hand in there?
Ooh. Alright, I'm definitely not showing that because he just backhands the hell out of her. But of course, it's obviously an accident and they decide to make up. But the optics aren't great when they meet Atlas, who knows a thing or two about abuse. And a tense confrontation leads to a flex off between him and Ryle.
Wait, what is this? Flagina.
Dang it, Hassan. Would you just stay out of just the important scenes? Would you just stay out of the important? Really, every scene in the...
She's like a little alien.
Aw. Hassan and wife character are actually kind of likable now. I hope Ryle doesn't make this about himself.
Then I would marry her tonight.
Alright, dude, easy.
Oh, he's serious.
Oh my God.
I am serious as an aneurysm.
Oh God, please don't do
I
nerves.
have my babies.
Oh my God.
Would you? This is what I'm talking about. Just right in the middle of every. Just that smile. It's the smile in the eyes. It's just something always.
Hey, you okay?
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to downgrade him to a Botoxed Sacha Baron Cohen. Because, due to some completely avoidable circumstances, Ryle and Lily have another argument about Atlas, and Ryle is chased by Lily while trying to get some space. Until...
Stop.
Again, it's just another misunderstanding. He's just playing with no safety strap. Luckily, Ryle's a doctor and is able to cover Lily's mistake, and the two make up. Right, now can we get back to playing which side of his face is hotter? My money's on the left side. What do you think, Chris? Hey, what do you think? Right? Hey, I think she said stop. Cut it up. Hey, stop. Wait. Hey, no. Oh, man. Come on. Yeah, it turns out that our hands-on hunk might have been a little bit too hands-on. And Lily starts to put the pieces together that, just like with her parents, she's fallen into an abusive relationship. And, in retrospect, Ryle's once sensual and romantic pursuits now seem aggressive and off balance.
Date me.
And it's funny, the whole time, only knowing this film was about domestic violence, I kept thinking that somehow he was just a victim of coincidence, and that this nosy ex-Marine was going to be the eventual abuser. Watching all their scenes back, it really is like two different movies, depending on what state of mind you're in, and that's kind of the point. When you're in these relationships, it's sometimes really hard to tell who's aggressively overstepping bounds and who's just being loving and supportive to the max. Anyways, eventually she's like, I want to leave you because this baby that we now have doesn't really need this. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
Stops right here, Bubba, with you and me. It ends with us.
Did you catch that? There, go back. I heard it. There's like an Easter egg. I slipped that in there for the eagle-eyed fans. I don't know if you noticed, but and that's good. I think that's good. Am I crazy? Is it as salacious or interesting as...
I totally blame Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to tell you why.
Which, to be fair, if I saw Chris getting housed by this guy, I'd act out too.
What I hear is an emasculated man.
I people please. I'm not, I think that,
I wear a lot of hats.
Objectively speaking, they're both weirdos who did very weird things. Fans were already going to complain about her being too old, which, they weren't upset that Lily's infatuation with Ellen DeGeneres or Nemo was cut out, just the young and hot part. But for the average young man, I think it's good to know what it's like, getting strung along in an abusive relationship outside of sports.
He'll change. He'll change.
But now, whatever good message this has won't reach. Because we stopped conversation about the message to consume the controversy. There was just too many unforced errors here, so here's a tip. If you really care about your message, try to minimize the texts at 1:50 in the morning. Because, yeah, people shouldn't shoot the messenger. But they will. And they won't miss. Especially if you wear a big sign talking about you and your dragons.
I feel like you poured a lot into this movie, but then you like and my hair care company, Blake Brown, my goodness gracious. It's been crazy. It is. If they had a baby, it would be.
I worked with her husband Ryan and thought she seemed nice, and little did I know.
Yeah.